Are you tired of the rising gas prices? Let's talk about the Magicycle electric bike. It'll help you take the pain out of the pump.
Hi, I'm Hope.
And I'm Larry.
From Under the Median, where every week we talk about practical frugality. Now, Larry has been interested in e-bikes for a really long time. He has done lots of research on them, so we were super excited when Magicycle offered to send us this e-bike to do a review on. This video is sponsored, of course, by Magicycle.
On this video, I'm going to take you through all of the specifications of the bike. I'm going to tell you what it comes with. It comes with some amazing accessories. And then we're going to leave a link in the description of this video to the Magicycle website where you can check it out and find out even more.
Now, we mentioned in the intro to this video that what we're really interested in is seeing whether e-bikes will actually help you to stem the rising tide of the impact of gasoline costs on your budget. So make sure you stick with us to the very end of the video because we are going to give you our impressions.
Now, I'm an avid bike rider. These are the bikes that I ride. This is a 1981 Schwinn Latour Tourist. I've had this for quite some time. This is my 10-speed. And I also ride this 1-speed Schwinn. This was made in 1995 by the company in order to celebrate their 100 years of being in business. But this is my newest edition. This is a Magicycle E-bike. The bike comes shipped to you in this really sturdy box. It has a lot of shipping materials, styrofoam, foam, to protect it in the shipping. Unfortunately, mine came damaged. It has a little, you can see where there's a little crack here, and the battery had to be replaced because in shipment, the charging port got pushed in. But the company was very quick to send another battery. They shipped it, and we had it within 3 days of them shipping it from their factory. Magicycle is a relatively new company. They actually started in 2020. Now, the way they got their start was the founder, Wade Weed, used to ride his bike with his father when he was younger. They lived in the mountainous area, and they enjoyed the freedom and the companionship that they had when they were riding. So as Wade's father aged, he developed arthritis, and he could no longer ride a bicycle, at least not a conventional bicycle. So Wade, being a good student of mechanical engineering and working in the field of motorcycles and other forms of transportation, developed an electric bike for his dad so that his dad and him could resume riding. After a day of riding, the pair had just such a wonderful time together, and his dad exclaimed, "That was magical." And that's how the company got its name. Well, let's take a look at the Magicycle bike that they sent. I am very impressed with the bike. This is a well-made bike. It's heavy duty, it's got lots of power, and so let's just take a look at some of the features. This bike arrived about a week after it was shipped. I was amazed at how quickly that they managed to get the bike shipped to us. And it came in that large, hefty box, as I said, well padded. When you take the bike out of the box, you'll want to tip that box over and pull the bike out. It's a lot easier than deadlifting a 76-pound bike. If you're interested in a really good unboxing and assembly video on the Magicycle, I would recommend my good YouTube friend Chuck Fresh on his channel, Fresh and Felicia. He does an excellent job of explaining every aspect of assembling the bike. I used this video exclusively on putting my bike together. It was very helpful. When the bike comes from the factory, it comes about 90% assembled. All I had to do was remove the shipping materials, attach the handlebars, front fender and headlight, the front tire, and the pedals. This took about 45 minutes. I have some exciting news for Magicycle. They're offering you, the viewers, $100 off of their electric bikes if you put in the code UTM1 and follow our link to their website. You'll get $100 off of any of their electric bikes. Let's look at some of the accessories that come with the bike. First off, it comes with this front headlight. Now, this is a headlight that's good. It'll light up the road ahead of you if you've got some street lights already on your path. I wouldn't say that it would be great usage if you've got a pitch dark trail you're trying to ride in. They do have a 1000 lumen headlight that you can buy off of their website, and I would recommend getting that if you're going to ride in pitch dark. It also comes with this phone holder, and the phone holder doubles with storage. You can put like your wallet and keys in there, and it also has a full set of tools that comes with the bike. And in fact, I used these tools to assemble the bike. I didn't even have to use any of my own tools, and I keep these in the phone case. It's very handy. Now, it has a place to mount a water bottle. It has the mounts already on it there, as you can see. I bought this separately. In fact, I always use these vitamin water bottles. I freeze those in the freezer, and then as I'm on the bike ride, as it melts, you have ice cold water to drink. It also comes with this combination lock that attaches to the bike. I wouldn't recommend using this if you're going to leave the bike locked for a long period of time. I would get a lot more hefty lock. That might just be good if you're going to leave the bike for, say, 5 minutes. I personally don't leave any of my bikes out of my sight. It's just not a good idea. It comes with this hefty bike rack. That rack will hold 55 pounds of weight, and it has these bungee cords. So if you're using just the rack, you can bungee cord a tripod or library books or whatever you want to put in there, you can carry with you. I bought this West biking bag separately that I keep all my camera supplies, and when I go to work, my lunch, my coffee and so on, I put in here, and that's a very nice amenity. I like the fact that this comes outfitted with front and rear full fenders, and that will keep you dry and mud free if you're riding that on a trail, like on a bike trail. It's really nice to have those. A lot of bikes don't come with fenders, so this is a really nice amenity. It also has shock absorbers in the front. These are kind of a hydraulic system, and that will give you some extra cushion when you're riding. You can lock those out, or you can set them to different levels of shock. So those are very handy. I love the fat tires. This really helps when you're on uneven surfaces. These are 26 by 4-inch Kenda tires. They're really good. This white ring around it, that's a reflective surface, and that really helps for cars to see you when you're passing by. The nice thing about these, I ride on a trail that has some chipmunk activity, and the chipmunks will make holes in the trail that can be about 4 to 5 inches in diameter. With my skinny tired Schwinn, that becomes a problem if I hit one of those by accident. But if I hit one of those with this bike, it is no problem at all. It just rolls right over them. The controller for all the battery and the motor is right here. It comes with Tektro disc brakes. These are mechanical disc brakes. I find them to be quite adequate. I've ridden this down Grandview Drive Hill, and the brakes held just fine. I've actually been able to skid this to a stop. I had a car pull out in front of me, and these brakes, they gave me plenty of power for stopping. So they are good brakes. You can get a set of hydraulic brakes if you want a brake that's just a little bit more responsive, but I find these to be adequate for what I'm doing, and I won't upgrade these. The saddle is very comfortable. This bike will adjust to a rider that's about 6'5". I'm 6'4", and I can ride this bike quite comfortably. It will adjust down to about the level of somebody who's 5'5". Now, this is the step-through version, so if you're older, this is kind of a nice design to have. The way I've got these accessories, it's not really doable to step through. I always lift my leg over the top of it, so that really doesn't present a major problem. Another accessory that I like to have is a Bluetooth speaker, and they sell this on their website as well. It's an IRWA. You can put in a micro SD card and run your own files in it, and that's what I do. WIRL double play. So I always have some music with me. For gearing, it has a 7-gear Shimano speed derailleur, and this is a real good derailleur. It's an Altus. The frame is all aluminum, It's a very heavy duty frame. As I said, the bike weighs about 76 pounds, so it's a very heavy bike, but it's well made. The paint is just excellent on it. It's not chipped. They did a really nice job with the paint and the finish. And all the parts on here fit together very tightly. It's a very tightly fitted bike. Now they do have the provisions to put a front rack on it. I'm not going to put a front rack on, but that's what these Allen bolts are on the front for. This is the key that it comes with. This allows you to remove the battery. You just turn the key, it releases it, and then it slides off that direction. You slide out the top and then just pull it out. That way the battery can be taken inside and charged if you'd like to. Otherwise, you can just charge it on the bike. Another nice feature that the bike has, this is actually built into the left-hand brake, is a warning bell on it. Isn't that nice? The Magicycle bike comes with this really nice color display unit. It gives lots of good information. The numbers are nice and large. They're easy to read. This will give you your speed in miles per hour. You can also set that to kilometers. This will be your watt output. This changes as you're pedaling. If you're in pedal assist, it'll tell you how much the bike motor is assisting you. It goes up to over 700 watts because this is a 750 watt system. This tells you your state of charge on the battery. Right now I've got 100%, and the time is over here. Right now it's 11:22. Down here is your trip odometer. That can be reset going into the display mode. This is your pedal assist level, and that changes according to how you have it set. If you hit the plus on this button over here, that will go up in increments from 0 to 7. 7 is the most powerful. Each time you go up a setting, it'll have a higher top speed. So in 0, this is just your pedaling power only. So as you start out in 1, this will take you up to about 10 miles an hour. And you can set that down if you want to. There's ways to go in and reset all of these. You can adjust them. This is a very adjustable bike. I really like the fact that you can customize it to your own preferences. On the screen, at the bottom of the screen, there's a USB port that you can use for charging up your phone or any device, a camera, anything that uses the USB for charging. You can charge off of the 52-volt battery as long as it's turned on. So that is a really nice feature that they've put into the bike. It also comes with a half-twist throttle. This bike will run no matter what power assist mode you're on. Even if you're on 0, if you need a little help in taking off from a cold stop, I usually just give it a little jolt with this and that'll start it up. The bike will run up to about 20 miles an hour on throttle alone. With power assist, I've been able to get it up to about 25. I've seen some get these bikes up past 30. But really 25 miles an hour is pretty fast on one of these bikes. I'm good with that. One of the features that I like on the bike is the fact that it has the headlight and taillight built into it. A lot of bikes don't come with lights on them. They'll have to be added in later. So the way you activate this when the bike is on, which it is at the moment, you hold the plus button down on the display for a couple seconds. The display will get a little dimmer. That's to allow for night riding. And then the light comes on. The light is a 6-volt LED, and it's got a pretty good amount of light. The other feature that it has is that it does have the tail light. That acts as a brake light, and the brake light works whether the lights are turned on or not. Every time that you hit the brakes, that lights up and lets people know that you're slowing down. Well, we're at the bottom of Grandview Drive Hill. This is one of the taller hills in Peoria. It's about 170 feet to the top. That's equivalent to a 17-story building, and it's about a half a mile in length. This is my second run at it. The first one I didn't get very good video. So the battery's down to 59%. The first run did really good. Let's see how the second run does. And we're in power assist 2, and we're running at about 13.4 miles an hour, and right now it's only at about 53 watts. We're just starting the incline. So we're rounding this first little curve here and getting to the incline of the road. I'm going to bring that camera up just a wee bit more. And so now we're using about 315 watts as we round this first curve. And this is a 15-mile-an-hour curve, so I'll just take it at this speed. That'll be just fine. And it does really good. We've got 54% battery, and I'm running at about 648 to 697 watts on the battery. And I'm going about 10.9 miles an hour. And this is pedal assist number 2. Now I'm going to ease off the effort and just let the bike take it up. About 695 watts. Now we're at about 775 right there. That's pretty good hill on that curve. And the bike just does really well. It seems to take that without any stress at all. I'm going to put my hand on the motor when I get it all the way up the top and just see if it got warm. But I kind of think it's probably running pretty cool. We're at 49% on the battery. That isn't bad. So one thing this bike has in its favor is that it has plenty of power. Very, very decent. Excellent hill climber. Okay, I'm going to do a little speed test here. Got a bridge up ahead. It's a little climb, not much. And so we'll mount the bike here. I was riding it in 7th gear, so I'm going to have to get it out of that pretty quick. There we go. And I'll wait for some of these people to get around us. So now, we got a few people up here, so I don't want to go too fast yet. We got in power assist 3, there's 4. We're going about 16, 17, 17.5, 17.7, 17.8. So that's pretty good. I'm going to hold it right there until I get over the bridge because I got people. I don't like speeding too fast past them. It's a little bit windy. I'm riding with the wind, so that kind of helps. Okay, so we're climbing a little bit, so it's down to 16.4, 16.3. This is the bridge over Knoxville Avenue. Very nice amenity on the trail. And we'll get over that. And it's such a warm, nice day out, it's bringing a lot of people out. So now we're in power assist 5. And I'm all the way up to 7th gear. And here's power assist 7. And that is the fastest it'll go. So I'm going about 24 miles an hour. And really that feels like you're flying on this bike. So now I'll lower that down and to about 2. I've learned that when you're rounding a corner and you start pedaling, you don't want it in a high power assist, because that can take you around the corner faster than you want to go. I have some very exciting news for Magicycle. They're offering a coupon code to you, the viewers, for $100 off of their electric bikes if you put in the code UTM1. That's UTM1. That'll get you $100 off of any of their electric bicycles.
So Larry, How did you like the Magicycle?
Oh my gosh, I loved the bike. This is a very well-made, well-engineered, really good design in an electric bike. It has so much to offer for the amount of money that it costs. It only runs around $1,600 and you get a lot of bike for that money. It's a great value.
Now, I want to mention that Magicycle does sell a lot of accessories also on their website, and they have a 2-for deal, guys. So if you want 2 e-bikes, they're going to give you a discount if you're buying 2 e-bikes. Just a reminder, if you're interested in learning more about Magicycle, we have a special link, and it's in the description of the video. Now, we promised you our opinion of whether the Magicycle is going to help you with the high cost of gasoline and kind of take the sting out of paying at the pump.
One of the things that I'm doing with the bike is that I'm riding it back and forth to work. I've ridden it several times. And let's just say if you live a round trip of 20 miles from work and you have a car that gets 20 miles to the gallon, you're going to save a gallon of gas each time you ride that bike to work. Now, let's just say gas is around $5 a gallon, and it's approaching that where we live. If you're able to ride the bike in 5 days a week, and you can do this for a month, you're going to save $100 a month just by riding that bike back and forth to work.
Now, we understand that we made our math simple because we wanted the math to be simple. So what is reflective of your life and your habits and how far you are from work and what kind of gas mileage you're already getting going to be totally different than what we gave you. But I think in a very simple but very concrete way, we showed you that it is indeed possible to save money on gasoline costs by riding an e-bike whenever and wherever you can. We think it's a really great idea.
And let me just say, in addition, having an electric bike will give you, as an older person, let's say you haven't been riding a bike very much, it'll give you a chance to get back out on the bike. This bike will take you up and down hills with ease. It'll even take you into harsh headwinds. I actually rode the bike into a 51-mile-an-hour headwind. I didn't know it was that bad until I got home.
I knew it was that bad. I was kind of at home freaking out. I'm just saying.
So I've ridden it under many windy days, and this bike is very sturdy and it's very stable on the road, even during windy conditions.
Now we're going to swing it back around one more time to the gas prices. We gave you one example in this video of a way with an e-bike that you can save on gasoline costs. If you want 50 more ways that you can lower the cost of gasoline that you're paying every month and take a little bit of that pain out of filling up at the pump. We did a video on it. Yes, we did. It's right over there. That's what you should watch next.